My hand, life is good today. Life is good today. Well, the plane touched down just about 3 o'clock, and the city's still on my mind. Bikinis and palm trees danced in my head. I was still in the baggage line. Concrete cars with their home prison bars, like this life I'm living in. But the plane brought me farther. I'm surrounded by water, and I'm not going back again. I got my toes in the water, ass in the sand. Not a worry in the world, a cold beer in my hand. Life is good today. Life is good today.
Good morning.
Morning.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing awesome.
Good.
I'm missing our summer weather.
I know. How cold is it over there? Is it cold?
It's about, I think it was like 57, 58 when I got up.
It's supposed to be like 48 on Saturday morning.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah, because we're going to Essex at 8 a.m. For this Girls on the Run thing. Bronte has
Oh.
like a 5K walk/race run.
Cool. Okay.
At 8 a.m. on Saturday, but it's supposed to be like 48 degrees, which is better than it being like 88 degrees, but
Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Oh, Alexa, off. This is what I get. This is what I get for sharing. Ronnie's heading down to Portland to pick up his buddy, and he's in the car already, and I'm sure he's playing. Why is he playing? Alexa, off. I don't want to listen to Joe Rogan right now. That's not where we're at. That's not where we're at, you know? Oh my gosh.
I'll be right back.
Alexa, off. Did it do it? It's going to pop up like right in the middle of our workout. Watch. That's what's going to happen. There is. All right, perfect. So she's doing a 5K.
She's doing a 5K. I have to send a quick text message, but I think I can still stay in this while I'm doing that. So, but if I accidentally drop out,
that's what it is. It's okay if Joe Rogan accidentally starts talking back to you.
I won't take it personally.
We're just gonna go ahead. We're just gonna go ahead and unplug that. See what happens.
All right, I'm good.
All right, very cool. Yeah, Ronnie's heading to Portland to pick up his best friend.
Portland, Maine?
Yeah.
How long of a drive is that? Like 5 hours?
You know, from here, yeah, I think it's about 4.5 hours, but he's going to Boston. He's going to Logan Airport to pick him up first, which is actually surprisingly short. It's like 2 hours and 45 minutes, and then they'll book it right up. Hi, Alex.
Good morning.
So yeah, they're going to do that, and then they're, go just stuff themselves with oysters, but I think it's supposed to be like a high of 60 there, so a little chilly today, A little chilly today. Oh, good though. All right, Alex, how are you?
I'm good. I just woke up. So
that's nice. What's that?
I said if I fall over mid-workout, just let me go.
I'm glad you got to sleep in a little bit.
Well, I had both kids laying on me with the dog on my feet. I couldn't even move.
Oh, that sounds
We were
comfy.
all,
Yeah.
it was a big love nest. And then all of a sudden, it's like, oh, everybody up, let's go.
Let's go.
I just did like a competition pancake making. Like I got it made in like 7 minutes. So
Before coming down to work out, that's wow.
yeah.
Those are mom skills. I think you only
Yeah,
have those
seriously.
when you're a
You
mom.
get them when you're always late. You get really good
Yeah.
at rushing through stuff.
I have to like think about pancakes for 7 minutes before I actually
Right?
get to making them.
Just you.
All right, we are doing legs and abs today. You don't need any weight at all. We're going to do our regular warm-up and then move into a little bit of an activation series. We'll get into full-on legs, and then we will get into full-on abs at the end of it. So, again, no weight needed, and we're just going to rock and roll into those legs. Get all the yawns out during the jumping jacks. All right, here we go. So I had good music going on, Alex, and then Ronnie, I said he's on his way to Portland. He's in his car, and we use the same Spotify, so all of a sudden it's like Joe Rogan talking back to me, and he won't shut up. I asked him to shut up like 3 times, and so now, I mean, Whitney's great, but I was more in the mood for like, Jimmy Buffett Island. Yeah, So this is where we're at. Make do. All right, so lower body. We're going legs, and then we're going abs, and we're going total body weight here. And we'll just hit every muscle from the glutes to the calves. We'll take a little break, and then we will finish up with some super targeted ab work. So, during the warm-up, definitely focusing most of your attention on the lower body, figuring out what's feeling a little tight, a little sore, what's feeling good and ready to roll. Hopefully everything's feeling good and ready to roll. And we'll just work with that energy. Stay light on the toes for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Right into those butt kicks, getting the heart rate up a little bit. We do not have cardio in today's workout. This is all about strength training and stamina. And so getting that heart rate up right now, getting the body temperature up right now will help us be ready for that work mode. Let's go 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take those butt kicks, turn them into high kicks. Nice high kicks, up and across the body. Trying to keep the legs fairly straight here so you really get that stretch and pull through the hams and through the glutes. Shoulders stay down and back. Let's go 3, 2, 1 more each side. All right, and into those knees to chest. So a couple of quick pulls just to the center. Figure out where your center of gravity is at, and then you can add that hip opener when you are ready. So we are going to move right through our regular warm-up routine, right into some activation exercises. We'll take a quick water break before we dive in to sort of the working sets as we go through, as I fall over. This is a no repeat workout. So every exercise that you do, you're going to see that version of it once. Let's go 1 more each side. All right, go ahead and shake those glutes out. Take a nice wide stance. We're going to start with up and over reaches. So not side to side, but up and over the head. Alternating directions. Exhaling at the far end of the reach. And just giving your body a chance here to sort of sink into that stretch. It should take 2 or 3 reps before you start to really feel the torso let loose a little bit. And you can pull yourself deeper into that stretch as you go. Let's go one more each side. All right, standing up nice and tall. Take that reach forward into your toe touches. Alternating sides here. And again, just giving your body a little bit of time to wake up those muscles and sort of get the picture that we want to be stretching. We want to be moving here. Taking those deep breaths in as you stand up nice and tall. Exhale as you reach. And just keep the body moving here. We want to sort of increase that energy a little bit. Let's go one more reach each side. All right, and then next time you're back up to the center, you're going to take a deep breath in, reach for the ceiling. So you're stretching that spine, stretching those muscles, push your butt back behind you and reach for the ground. And go ahead and sink into it gently here before you start with that hip shift. So slight bend of the knees right to left, shifting the hips from side to side, and keeping the feet flat on the ground. You want to feel that stretch run up and down the inside of the straight leg. Push your hips back a little bit here. And then draw them forward again. Get a little bit deeper into that bend. You don't have to go into full Cossack squat, but just enough to feel those muscles stretch. Let's go 3. Let's go 2. Let's go 1. Straighten both legs. Sink into that stretch for a few seconds here. And then walk the heels and toes in towards the center. Roll your shoulders up towards the ceiling. And we're going to get right into our activation exercises here. So feet are going to start about shoulder width apart. You're going to reach for the ceiling, drop down into a squat pulse, and then relax as you stand up. So reach for the ceiling, just a quick pulse at the bottom, and then push up through the heels. I want you paying attention to your quads here, pushing the toes and heels into the mat so that you can really feel the work being done. One more of these reaching squats. Awesome. And then you're going to take that reach and you're going to push your butt back and reach through your toes. And then you're going to drop into a Frogger squat. So pushing the knees out to the side as your butt drops down into the squat, and then stand up into the forward fold, butts down. And so as your butt approaches the ground and your knees are bending, the knees are out to the side into that Frogger squat. We're going to go ahead and ignore this first buzzer and keep going with this forward fold to Frogger squat. And this time you're really just focusing on the abductor muscles and the hamstrings. Waking everything up, getting connected. Let's do one more. And then go ahead and roll those shoulders up to the ceiling. Couple more activation exercises. Top of the mat, you're just going to walk your hands out into a plank. And from plank, you're going to lift your hips up into down dog for that stretch. And then forward again into plank. Nice and gentle with your movements. Feeling that stretch through your calves and your hamstrings and through your shoulders as well. Let's do one more. Hips up to the ceiling. And then come forward into that plank. Hold for just a couple of seconds to get your posture correct. And you're going to just start with some deep lunges here. Right side first, and then left side. And again, we're still in activation mode here. So I just want you to pay attention to how your muscles are feeling right now. What's stretching, what's supporting, and just how everything is sort of flowing together to get you ready for work mode. One more step to the front on each side. And then again, back to plank to just lock in form. And you're going to walk your hands back to your toes and roll those shoulders up to the ceiling. Activation mode complete. I wasn't going to say it, but it started coming out and it just went that direction. So that's how it had to go. All right, grab some water while I set up our timing right now. We're going to get into our working sets. Lower body to start with. Now, I said no repeats, but we are going to do variations of these exercises as they come, okay? So expect that sort of stamina building burn. And as I said, we're going to work glutes all the way down to the calf. So just be ready for all of it. We will get breaks in between. We're going to start in a plie squat. So I want fairly wide stance here, a little bit wider than shoulder width apart, I would say. Toes just out to the side, and you're just going to squat down and right back up. And we are going to start with some reaches here just to continue to sort of wake up that really good form. Because as you reach, I want you reaching for the ceiling. It reminds you not to let your chest drop too far forward as your butt drops down. Pay attention. I want you to imagine what your posture looks like from your hips to your shoulders right now. Let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And a quick shake out. We're going to be back in that plie mode, so that fairly wide stance, okay? This time, though, we're going to add alternating heel raises to the movement. So that wide stance, again, toes just pointing out to the side. You don't have to reach this time. You're just going to go down into the squat. You're going to lift the right heel down, left heel down, and stand. Again, heel up, and see if you can really get all the way up onto those toes. 1, 2, and what you're going to see happen, what you're going to feel happen rather, is as you lift the heel up, the front side of the leg, so the quad down by the knee, starts to really sort of take on a little bit of that contraction, a little bit of that work. We've got 10 seconds to go. I think I just got a mosquito bite in my basement. 3, 2, and 1. Stand it up, and again, shake it out. We're not quite done with that plie squat yet. This time, we're going to go down. We're going to go in for the heel raise, both heels this time, and you're going to hold until you can't. And then I want heels down, stand up, shake it out, and right back down, okay? So this is according to your own hold, your own pace. So we're going to go down together, and you're going to go up onto the toes. If you can hold for the full work interval, that's fine. If not, I want those heels to go down, stand up, briefly to shake things out, and then back down into that hold. So you're just having those heels up nice and high. We've got 20 seconds to go. Make sure that the spine is nice and long here. Don't forget about posture. Woo! Here we go. 10-second mark right here. See if you can hold on even as those legs start to shake a little bit. We're going 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Heels down, stand it up. Now you can see why we have this long rest interval, right? Shake it out. Plie squats are done, but we're still going to be in that wide stance. I know. It's because I love you, though. So we're going back into that wide stance mode. This time, though, I want your toes facing forward. We're going to work in the right direction first. So you're just going to go into that side squat. And the reason I say that is because that knee is pointing forward. And if you drag that left foot over, you would just be in a squat hold. So just to the right side, keeping the torso facing forward on this one so that the knee, the hip, and the ankle are sort of right on top of each other as you shift your weight to the right. Boom, and back. Stand up nice and tall to sort of give a little relief to that leg. We're going 5, 4, 3, 1 more, 2, and 1. Nicely done. Shake it out. I love these kind of longer rest intervals because at the start you're like, why is this so long? We don't need this. And then you start to be like, oh yeah, okay, now I get it. Wide stance, we're going over to the left. So again, you want your toes facing forward. When you're at that far lunge, right, that far side squat, down, hip, knee, ankle, as much as possible, facing forward, stacked one over the other. And I love this, right, because this is different for everybody. All of our limbs and joints are just slightly different. So that stack and that good posture might look different for you as it does for me, but that's what you're looking for, right? That kinetic chain, comfort, and strength. Woo! Keep with it, under 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stand it up nice and tall, shake things out. We're gonna go back into that stance one more time, and then I promise we'll leave it behind. We're not gonna just be in wide stance for the whole time. This time, we're gonna go back and forth. You're gonna keep it low, right? So toes still facing forward. You're gonna go right, keep it low. So see how my knees are still kind of bent, and over to the left. So imagine as if there was sort of like a ceiling above you, right? And you had to keep this nice and low. You still want your chest, yeah, beautiful, beautiful form here. Chest stays nice and high. And you're taking it nice and slow. Still paying attention to those knees tracking over the toes. We're just looking for that final little burn in this position. Yeah, nice. Sinking into it a little bit as you get comfortable. We've passed the comfort line. There's a fine line there. 3, 2, and 1. Stand it up nice and tall and shake things out. All right, now we're leaving that wide stance behind, I promise. So we're going to turn things into single-sided movements here, focusing all of our attention this round on the right leg. You're going to step back into a curtsy lunge as you come up, knee to the center, okay? So right leg stance leg. You're going to step it back into curtsy, stand up nice and tall, and knee to center. Now, it's not a power drive necessarily. I want you to focus more on really steady, smooth movement. I want you to surprise yourself with how strong that stability and strength is in that right leg. So keep it slow and keep it purposeful. Shoulders stay down and back. Nice. Awesome. Stick with it. Standing up nice and tall out of that curtsy lunge. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake things out. And we're going to take things over to the left side here. So the left leg becomes the stance leg. Can you feel the difference between sort of that power knee push where you sort of fall back into the curtsy lunge and the control? We're going for control. Here we go. 4, 3, left leg stance leg, 2, and 1. Step it back. And knee drive up to the front. And again, focusing on the muscles doing the work, right? This is body weight, so we get the chance to just focus on the body instead of weights that are sort of all over the place, right? Yeah, nice. And again, as you stand up, you can feel sort of the quad engaged, the glutes, of course, are doing work, but you can also feel all of those muscles on the side of your butt helping to stabilize the twist and the lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out. We're going to stick with that single-sided exercise vibe, okay? And we're going to go back over to the right side. We're going split stance lunge here. And again, I want to keep it slow, and I want to really slow down the descent. So right leg in front, left leg behind. Make sure both toes are facing forward. Here we go. Nice and slow. If your knee taps down, that's just fine. And then push right back up to the top. Nice and slow. The reason I want to take it slow is because I want you to be able to focus on that front leg as you push through the heel and the toes to get back up to your starting position. Boom. Feeling super strong. This is a really good way to feel those muscles engage, and I love that sense of control. Stick with it. Again, thinking about that nice straight back, slight forward lean is okay, but no hunching of the shoulders, no rounding of the back. Let's go. 4, 3, 2, and 1, standing up nice and tall and shake things out. All we're doing is switching legs again. So again, we're looking for that control on the front leg this time. Switching up gears, left foot in front. First thing you're gonna do is make sure your toes are both facing forward. So usually that back ankle tends to twist, right? Here we go. Boom, and stand up nice and tall. One of the things that make single-sided exercises so difficult is that we tend to sort of, everybody has muscle imbalances, right? Like this is the way I stand, maybe 1 foot slightly in, 1 foot slightly out. Single-sided exercises force you to fix that, and it can feel wrong, even though it's right? Fixing an imbalance can feel wrong, but that's why these are so important to take seriously and go slow. Under 10. 3, 2, and 1. All right, shake it out. Find yourself a wall. All right, we're gonna go in for some wall sits. I'm gonna go straight back. So I'll pause this for just a couple seconds so everybody has some time. We're just gonna go in for straightforward wall sit to start, okay? So we've got about 5 seconds. Heels down, toes down. Go ahead and sink your butt down the wall. You can do anything you want with your hands. Hands on the hips, hands gently on the knees, hands out in front, whatever you want. And we're just holding for this first interval. Just remember, I said no repeats of specific variations. So we've got some work. We are working on those quads, and then we're going to head down to the mat for the final portion of our leg workout, and then we'll switch to abs. So whatever your legs are feeling right now, whatever burn you're feeling, fight through it because we are almost there. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stand up nice and tall and definitely shake these legs out because here's what we're doing next. We're going back into that wall sit and we're gonna march. So like we do in glute bridge march, you're gonna lift one leg up and then the other, okay? One at a time, no falling. Here we go. So down into the wall sit and then we're gonna go march. So push those hips into the wall, right leg up and down, left up and down. And you don't have to drive that knee too far up. I just want you shifting your center of gravity, one leg to the other. Try to keep your shoulders and your hips pressed against the wall. Stay strong. We've got 20 seconds. And then we'll give those quads a break. I promise it. Whew. Keep it going. 10 seconds. 10 seconds. You got this. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whoo! All right, I'm gonna pause this just briefly again so that we've got some time to head down to the mat. We're not quite finished with legs yet. Set your mat up and head down to the mat. And we're gonna start on our sides, on our right sides. We're gonna start with straight legs, down on the right side. And what I want to start with is the left leg is going to bend, and we're going to start with the right leg, so the bottom leg lifts here. Hitting those muscles on the inside of the thigh. So just going for slow burn. So this is the bottom leg, the right leg right now. Little lifts. And of course, we're going to get that top leg, don't worry. But for now, working right only. Giving those quads just a little bit of a break while we hit abductors and abductors. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Quick break here. Go ahead and straighten both legs out. We're going to turn this lift. We're going to turn it over to the top leg. So we're going to work on the left leg now in 10 seconds. So go ahead, take a couple of deep breaths in. Make sure your hips are facing forward. Let's go 3, 2, and 1. Let's go ahead and start with that left leg. And this one you can sort of exaggerate. Get it all the way up there. Nice straight leg if you can. Toes pointed forward, preferably. Lift and down. So we're doing the full leg lift here. When we get to 10 seconds left, we're going to bring it to halfway and pulse it out. That's going to be in 5 seconds from now. So get ready for the pulse. 3, 2, and 1. Bring it to halfway, little pulses. Yeah, finish it up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. All right, go ahead and switch sides. So we're over to the left side. And once again, we're going to start with that bottom leg. We're going to start with just that subtle leg lift. So the right knee is bent. Left leg is going to do the work here. 4, 3. Go ahead and start with that lift. And again, we're looking to work those smaller muscles around the hips and glutes. Taking those deep breaths in. At least we're not doing wall sits, right? Keep those hips facing forward. Don't let your hips turn to the ceiling. Leave that for the ab workout. Keep it going. Keep pressing forward. We've got 10 seconds to go. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! That hits those muscles. All right, here we go. Last exercise for the lower body. You're going to be all the way down on the mat, and we're going to hit that right leg now. So toes facing forward, hips facing forward. Full leg lift as high as you can take it for the first part of the work interval. Here we go. Lift and down. And again, if you can keep the toes facing forward and keep that foot sort of slightly flexed, you're going to feel all of the muscles up, starting with the calf, all the way up that leg, working hard all the way throughout. All right, we have 10 seconds to go before we're going to pulse to the finish line of the leg portion of this workout. 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Find halfway and pulse it out. We're already there. 3, 2, and 1. Legs down. All right, go ahead and draw those knees in. Stretch the glutes out. Take some time for yourself here and grab some water. We have a little bit of work left to do, and it's all going to focus on the abs now. So legs are done. They did their work. So you probably already guessed this, but we are going to spend the rest of the time down on the mat for abs. Again, no weights needed. We're going to start on our backs, knees up at 90 degrees, all right? So here we go. Let's rock and roll into, let's see here. Why are we? 1 second. All right, here we go. So, get ready to start those abs on your backs. Knees up over the hips, 90 degrees here. I want you to just tighten the core, lift the shoulders up off the ground, and then you're going to tap those heels down to the mat and right back up. Heels tap down and right back up. I want your eyes kind of looking directly over the knees. You don't want to strain the neck too much here, so if it's feeling like too much, you can drop your shoulders down to the mat. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Quick break. Shoulders down to the mat. Keep that 90-degree bend in the knees, and we're going to turn this into a hip lift with the bent knees. So all you're going to do is lift the hips up off the ground and right back down. Stick with it. You're definitely going to start to feel those ab muscles. Putting in the work. Fight through it. It's a different kind of burn than those leg workouts. We'll take those little breaks as they come. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Quick break. We're going to turn this into bicycle crunches. So, knees to the ground to start it off. Fingertips behind your head. Here we go. Bicycle crunches. So the opposite elbow meets the opposite knee. Keep this slow and steady pace. No rush here because your abs are always going to be engaged throughout this particular exercise. Take breaks as you need it as we work through this ab circuit. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back down to the mat again. Hands back at your sides. And we're going to still work those obliques, but this time we're going in for TikTok. So you're going to lift those shoulder blades up again, and you're going to reach down the side of your foot, reaching for your toes, right to left. Trying to hit those obliques in sort of a side crunch along the ground here. Making sure that you're breathing all the way throughout. We're almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! All right, go ahead and stretch those legs out. Stretch your arms out over your head. You're going to bring everything to the center for a knee hug, and then stretch it out again. Knee hug, and stretch. Nice and slow. Bring it in for the squeeze, and then stretch. Woo! No joke abs right now. Bring it in. Squeeze. We're under 10. Keep it going. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, roll it over to the right side. We're going to lift up into a side plank here so the legs stay straight. Reach that left hand up for the ceiling and reach for the ceiling with the left hand. If you've got it in you, add that hip dip in. So the right hip touches down and then right back up. Nice and slow still. So you're either holding steady or dropping that hip down to the mat. Either way, you're feeling those obliques. 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! All right, switch it over to the left side. We're so close to the finish line. Stick with it here. Right hand reaches for the ceiling. Lift those hips. And if you're feeling it, drop the hip down to the mat for that dip, tap down, and right back up. Boom, and lift. Right hand always reaching for that ceiling, keeping that nice T-line, that nice wide open. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! All right, we're almost there. We're going to switch it over to a high plank position, and we're going to play with some alternate sides. So that right leg, you're going to lift up to the ceiling into down dog, and then bring it forward into sort of that mountain climber top, right? All the way into the center. Lift it up into down dog, and then bring it forward, drive towards the torso, back and forth. Hold steady. Try to get your back nice and straight, even as you sort of drive that knee forward. There's going to be a little roundness, but that's okay. 2 and 1. Quick break. We're going to take that over to the left side. So the left leg lifts up and then drive forward towards the torso. Here we go. Boom. And bring it forward. Nice and slow. We are almost there. Stick with it. Stay focused on the muscles. Doing the work. And push your body to finish up strong here. 10 seconds to go. Breathing as you go. 3, 2, and 1. Last exercise. We're going to take the leg lift out, and we're just going to do that slow mountain climber, alternating back and forth. So that right leg forward, step it back, and then left.